Welcome back to Talk of the Town. We're joined by Steve Wilmot, the tournament director, RBC Heritage Presented by Boeing, and the story continues. You guys are just so vibrant. This is one of our staples, and we have good news. It's back on 15th through 21st.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Stay tuned, as I've been telling a lot of people.
Right?
And, but, I've learned one thing is never say never. And, I think one of the last times I was on the show, too, there was no opportunity. There was no open space in the schedule. And then all of a sudden the tour looked at some things. They looked at this community. They looked at the foundation. They looked at us being able to pull it off in an incredible community.
And the history of the event.
And things. So we said, yes is the answer was the question. Let's go ahead and give it a shot. So
spectatorless, sort of.
Yes. I mean, the number one thing is just like what happened. We were optimistic about April and being able to pull it off, but we also, this safety and well-being of all is the most
always
important thing.
Number one. Yep.
So the right decision was made then. When the opportunity presented itself, a few weeks after, we realized too. Again, it's easy to pull the plug overnight, but you can't plan overnight. So we decided with the opportunity, we'll move forward and working with this community, working with the CSA, working with the town, working with the state officials and many of the local officials of, okay, let's game plan and let's see what we can do. It can always be pulled overnight, but we're tracking in a very good way, and
sure.
Our field's coming into place, and eyes in the sky and the world will be upon Hilton Head Island and the Harbortown Golf Links here in June.
Is this kind of a kickoff for some of the PGA Tour season? I mean, are they sort of using this as a platform, not a platform, but sort of to get some data as to how things are happening? Like, how is it gonna work in terms of safety? But is this kind of going to be a measuring stick for that?
Yes, as each tournament will be. We'll be actually the second. The first tournament will be played the week before us at Colonial at Fort Worth. But they're calling us the first four. They're looking at the first four events do not have spectators. The first four have some extra testing and thermal testing as well as normal testing that's going to be taking place before, during, and after. We're a part of that. The first four, too, there will be chartered airplanes. There's a Boeing aircraft coming from Fort Worth to Savannah Hilton Head Airport, which is Savannah Hilton Head Airport has been great to work with on this. And then it will be leaving the Monday after us to go up to Hartford, and then from Hartford to Detroit. So the four of us are working together and planning, and those events after us, the first four, will certainly be different than the first four.
Right.
As we learn, and we'll learn some things as the tour will too. From the first week event in Colonial, then certainly then Hartford, the travelers will learn from us, and they'll continue to learn. So it will be a different feel come the later in the summer and the fall for some of these tournaments. But we're the first four,
How exciting.
It is exciting. It's great for this community. It's a true compliment to this community, our volunteers that have stepped up, our staff that stepped up, trustees, the state. It's going to be a win-win-win for everybody. It's going to be tough. I mean, I should say the one part is not having spectators.
Yeah.
But we're televised Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
So folks can get out, and I think there are probably going to be TVs everywhere in Hilton Head for people to safely watch the tournament, because this is such a staple for our community, and I think it brings so much hope, it brings so much pleasure, and it's also, I think, going to really help it blossom in new and interesting ways for years to come.
Yes, well, and some of the things we did in taking this risk, the foundation, with this event in June, we wanted to make sure we're here in 21.
Yeah.
And the risk is working out some things with the tour and RBC to resolve what did not happen in April, and then to do an event in June. And the most important thing that we want to make sure we accomplish is, obviously, we're going to do this in a safety and health way, but we also want to get our charitable programs back.
Absolutely.
They're all on hold right now, but we're settling some things with April. We've got some things with June, but that's the main goal, that we can get back and get the charity aspect going, but certainly the economic engine too, the economic impact that happens the week of the tournament. Normally in April, we'll see some see some here in June too. But hopefully, with the people all over the world watching this tournament, they'll let's come.
And this is a wonderful restart button for that great pause. Golf. This is a golf community, and having it televised, it's just in the right place at the right time, even though there have been so many parameters.
Yeah, and there's still questions and all, but we're doing those things. But we feel if we could be a part of the process and be a part of the solution, knowing that there are things happening in the world.
We're all on the same vertical learning curve.
Yeah, exactly.
We're on the same vertical learning curve.
The new abnormal that will be ahead of us. But,
right, so it's the 15th through the 21st. It's going to end on Father's Day, which you all do not miss. Do not miss. I'm sure you guys are going to have all kinds of wonderful things happening. And we'll be right back with more Talk of the Town.